Hi. The point of this video is to help people who struggle to get a girlfriend. I don't want to waste your time, so let's just get right into it. Why should you listen to me? Well, one, I could not get girls to like me until I was at least 13. Then I had one girlfriend for a while, which was horrible. She ended up cheating on me. After that, I had no girlfriend for mostly all my high school life. I'd gotten other girlfriends after, but ultimately they all cheated on me and all my relationships ended. I finally woke up one day and said, enough is enough. I need to learn about relationships. So I sank about 6 to 8 months into only absorbing relationship education. And I can cite all the sources, but I really don't care. If you don't want to use my advice, that is fine. And if you do, that is also fine. My proof is that after doing all this self-education, I met a really nice girl. I've dated her, and then I've been in a relationship with her for 7 years now. We have 2 kids, a house, another property, 2 cars. So I think that's evidence enough that I have some idea on how this works. Anyways, this is just how to get a girlfriend. The getting part came intuitively, more or less, but the keeping is going to be the important part. I had to get super educated on that. I will make that video tomorrow. So, step 1 is to understand women. So look up what makes a woman tick, absorb as much of it as you can from their perspective. The basics are as follows. Biologically, a woman is different than a man. A man's needs and a woman's needs are different. Men's needs tend to be honor or respect, then sex. A woman's needs tend to be security and then intimacy. Men tend to be more physically tough. Women tend to be more emotionally tough. And then vice versa. So men are not emotionally tough. Women are more often than not physically tough. I was taught about women, but still don't understand them because ultimately I am not one. No one can only take you so far. Don't have sex. Don't masturbate. This to me is kind of a no-brainer, but I know the culture is going to push back on that opinion pretty hard. The reason why I want to perpetuate this idea is kind of from a biological evolutionary perspective. When you have sex with someone or make an image in your head to have sex with while you're masturbating, you're more or less priming your subconscious to bond with that person or image in some way. The gobbledygook opinionated stuff aside, I just know deep down most normal girls are irked by the fact that you're just having sex with a bunch of women or having sex with your hand. I mean, that's just obvious. So this is a video on how to land a girlfriend. So I'm not going to sugarcoat my advice because I'd like to help you get a girlfriend. I don't really care how you feel if it's going to get in the way of you attaining this goal. So step 2 is to know what they want. So let's refer back to the security. Women are more likely to be attracted to men that provide this. Ways to provide security would be a job, just any job. The better paying the job and the longer that you've been employed, it's going to project security because you're repeating a cycle and maintaining things that maintain that cycle. It boosts your predictability. This would just scale depending on how much you're making too, because one of the things that money allows for is adaptability. So as long as the grid is up and you're able to exchange that money for different professions to fix multitudes of different problems, that's why more money is going to make you more attractive to most women. So then you have physical fitness. So this is just going to play towards primal signals, but just strength and fitness are going to project security because this is kind of a hunter-gatherer trait, but also just increases your baseline ability to produce or just to do a job. And then you can see that on a person. So also with size and mass, you're just going to project the ability to defend weak people, which pregnant women are and infants are. So that will make them feel more secure and you look like more of a suitable mate. So then I would go to another point, which is generosity. This plays too into security because it shows that you're willing to give value up without being repaid or immediately repaid. This will make it so that a woman is more secure in your relationship because you're willing to sacrifice for her gain and you not to return anything in the moment. So it makes you more trustworthy. So the list goes on and on and on. And if this does well, or people want this from me, then I could extrapolate more and more on this section. But let's just move on to step 3. Now you just need to do the things that make you what they want. So get a job, hold a job, any job, get an apartment, any apartment. You can't live with your parents and have a girlfriend because when you do this, the parents act like they're a part of your relationship. That's really, really annoying. So if you're going to be in a serious relationship with a girl, don't live with your parents. Going on dates with girls, I'd assume, is fine, but when you know is one going to be serious and you're planning to move up to the next level of exclusivity with, then you need to be moved out. I promise you, it'll save you a lot of problems. Start lifting weights. Do the weightlifting program 5x5 strong lifts. If you can't do that because no gym, just do 5 sets of 5 push-ups, pull-ups, and squats. And then an advanced version of squats would be pistol squats. Then when you progress, just add reps instead of weights. If you do this by the time it gets too easy, you should have enough money from your job to manage to set up a gym or to get a membership to do 5x5. Run. Start with literally any distance. Run half a block, then every day just add like 10 seconds or something to it so you can bank up easy wins with. something so easy that you'd feel stupid not doing it. Just like 1 second more a day or something so insignificant that it would be too easy not to do the next day. So then random advice for exercise, don't do hard stuff. When you get a trainer, they like to like ride you to some way just to like prove they're in shape or something and you're a piece of shit, which like no shit, that's why you're getting a trainer. We all are pieces of shit on some level, but the real way to succeed at lifting weights is just to show up every day. That's why doing super easy crap is the way to go, and then add tiny increments on top of that over a long period of time is the way to go. Because if it's so easy that you don't notice it, by the time that you get to the weights that matter and will make you want to quit when you started, you have already been doing it for so long that you won't be able to just quit because you formed a psychological bond with it. So then, moving on, just shower and shave and get a buzz cut. Just bare necessities. Don't worry about looking cool. I still wear just a navy blue t-shirt with a pocket and khakis because that's what I wear to work, and I look better than most people. I don't think that trends or styles are very meta when making yourself fit for most women, because like trends come and go and then you're at risk of like becoming too cringe. So this is just the starter list of things to get you to be more attractive to women generally, but like it's endless. If you just keep studying the basics and the level on top of it, you should become more and more acceptable to the women that you're looking for, someone to spend the rest of their lives with. It's kind of a no-brainer when you think about it. You could really go up to ask any woman, find a cute girl that you think is cute or some crap that you're friends with but don't really have a shot, or somebody you're just comfortable with. Just be plain with them and say like, hey, I'm having a hard time finding a girl to date. What are the things that you'd look for in a man that you'd want to spend your rest of your life with? Key here also is then how you ask the question. You have to pump her brain to start generating thoughts that would actually fit the situation. If you ask her what she looks for in a guy, you increase the likelihood that she's just going to say some superficial crap like big muscles or hair or a nice car or some other, stuff that doesn't matter. But women who have husbands don't care if their husbands have hair that much if they're making $120K a year and don't have sex with every 18-year-old they can get their hands on. It's a completely different game. So you have to like ask the questions the right way to get the answers that you're looking for. You know what I mean? So yeah. Moving on. Step 4 is just to wait. This is the tough part. Don't just shoot your shot and go hunting for girls. Build yourself up. You just keep doing the same things over and over and over again without trying to get with a bunch of girls by partying or going to the bar or doing all that dumb shit that just makes you broke anyway. You have to imagine the most ideal person realistically that a woman wants and then start to move towards that ideal. Again, this is what you really want, which I'm sure if you're this far, it is what you want. Also, okay, sorry, this is going to sound mean, but don't listen to that crap about learning to love yourself before loving someone else. That stuff is just like, every time I hear it, I laugh super hard. Like, these types of relationships have nothing to do with loving yourself and everything to do with sacrificing everything you are for the role that you play in your relationship. I may be misinterpreting the self-love thing, but I don't think I am. But if you spend your whole life just listening to that stupid hippy-dippy crap and just loving yourself, it sounds to me like you're just putting yourself first all the time, which is counterproductive when it comes to a relationship where the majority of the mid to the long game is just you literally sacrificing everything about yourself to construct a family and ensure its survival. But whatever. That'd be a fun debate for another day. So let's just move on to the next step, and that'd be to step 5 or something like that. Ask girls out on a date that seem interested and accept that you'll most likely be denied and move on. If you follow the tips I'm laying out, your denial is going to probably be a lot less because some girls will make it so obvious that they're into you that even your dumbass will be able to detect it. So when asking out girls, this is just an example. You just walk up to them, just keep it casual, just be like, hey, no big deal, but I was just wondering if you'd like to go out on a date. If they accept, you're good, make the date casual, make it a light thing. That's why people go to bars and such, but you want to try to avoid alcohol because then you're more likely to just be stupid and have sex or something, which you should not be doing if you want to increase the likelihood for a lifetime relationship. Example dates are like just going to the movies and then having dinner and then anything to do with talking. You're trying to talk because you're trying to figure each other out so that you can see if it's a mate for you or not a mate. You know what I mean? You're just trying to like sort people out and just like move on. So you just ask questions about them. When you talk to them, just keep asking them questions. I don't know. Just keep asking them questions. Just pick them apart in every way possible to learn everything about them that you can. I mean, this should keep the conversation going, and it should also help you not look like a stupid poop because you're focused on them. You're not acting conceited by being self-absorbed. That's the added bonus to this. So then you just keep talking to them, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But if it does, then you move forward. Cool, you know what I mean? And I want to just emphasize not to have sex with your dates. You know what I mean? It's just going to complicate everything. There's no reason. It increases the gravity of the situation if it does not work out. If you two are only with each other because your bodies look good and you're just having sex, cool. But that doesn't last. People aren't just walking fleshlights. They're people. People are messy. They require maintenance. There's also an economic principle that applies here that once a consumer has had a good for the first time, it will never satisfy them the same time as the first time they had it. So each time you guys have sex, on some level you will get diminishing return. What I'm saying here is that you cannot maintain the relationship on sex alone. You will eventually be fed up with each other because you didn't assess each other properly in the early days to see if you were even compatible in any other ways that intimate relationships need to sustain each other, and now you're alone again. Good job. Additional advantage. If you're not having sex at all, then you aren't a sleazebag if you ask out like 20 different girls on dates, because sexual activity is implied exclusivity. So that if you're not having sex, there's no exclusivity expectation with you and the other girls. The point of your dating is to find potential mates. Once you've started going on lots of dates with girls and not having sex with them, you're just increasing the likelihood that you're finding a mate. But not just a mate, one that you probably want, because you're choosing between a bunch of them. Like 1 to 20 of them, just a random number. So to summarize, I know these strategies will increase the likelihood that you get a girl, and if you don't believe me, I guess to just move on. It seems difficult to figure out the secret to getting girls, but after you have a go at it, it just comes down to a lot of intuitive basic stuff that you just add on to. I could talk about this subject forever. I love marriage. I love relationships. I really hope I can help anyone out there figure this part of their life out. I will make another video on how to keep a girlfriend once you land one. Remember to subscribe, or don't, and just have a nice day. Goodbye. Oh, yeah, baby.